There's no question that aerospace and defense is experiencing turbulent times, and I want to share our view on the 5 major trends causing disruption in the industry today. The first one is the continued increase in commercial demand. More than 80% of the people in the world have never flown in an airplane, but with the rising middle class in China and increased demand across Asia, that number is going to change over the next decade. As a result, Boeing and Airbus have 5 to 7 year backlogs and are working hard to increase their rates, and that's putting pressure on the supply chain. So it's no surprise that 60% of executives say that production capacity and the lack of automation will hinder their ability to meet demand. Only 40% of executives feel that they're realizing the business case for digital and meeting their production goals. In addition, rising passenger demand is causing airlines to keep aircraft in service longer, which is driving growth in the aftermarket services industry. The next big trend we see is in defense. Here, global uncertainty is driving demand. Whether it's a result of regional issues in Asia or the Middle East, or from defense platform replacements in the US and Europe, demand means growth. Some of these current investments are very significant indeed. They include India's interest in an order for 110 fighter aircraft, and Australia is investing $60 billion to build an indigenous maritime industry. The impact of technology disruption on both the enterprise and the products our industry designs and delivers is the third key trend. From OEMs and all the way down the supply chain, companies are refreshing their core business systems while managing what we at Accenture call the wise pivot. That's the process of balancing the refresh of existing systems while rotating to new digital technologies. In a recent survey, we found that 85% of executives are exploring what we call dark power. That's DARQ, where D stands for distributed ledgers, powered by blockchain, A for artificial intelligence, R for any one of extended, mixed, or virtual realities, and Q for quantum computing. Just as technology is impacting the industry, designs, and delivers, technology is also increasingly showing up in our products. For instance, aircraft and engines are generating an unprecedented amount of data, which is enabling new aftermarket services. In fact, more than half of executives believe that connected, intelligent products will be a key revenue driver in the future. We also have technologies like 3D printing that are empowering new design capabilities and opening new product possibilities. GE's LEAP engine nozzle is often used as an example of this, and at the start of 2019, they've printed over 30,000 nozzles. A further source of disruption accounts for trend number 4, and that's the emergence of new entrants and business models. One great example of this I often point to is SpaceX. By reusing rockets to reduce the cost of launch services, they've achieved an impressive result, 70% reduction compared with incumbent providers. Another example is what we're seeing in defense procurement in the US. Boeing has recently used a new competitive approach, winning 3 major US defense programs. They deployed a mix of teaming with European manufacturers on programs such as MH-139 and Trainer, as well as building international customer demand and services into their business case and pricing. This is a new way of looking at program lifecycle profitability. Another example is in the commercial aftermarket, where there are several OEMs, MROs, and new entrants trying to take advantage of data and technology enablers like blockchain to tap into new sources of growth. And finally, we need to consider the workforce. Forecasts indicate a shortage of STEM graduates to fill roles. On top of that, our aerospace industry has new competitors for that STEM talent. Non-traditional competitors like Amazon, Google, and Facebook are attracting the candidates who would normally have gravitated toward aerospace companies. Today, an aerospace engineer can graduate from the University of Washington and decide to work in Renton at Boeing or downtown at Amazon. We also have gaps for blue-collar workers in manufacturing, assembly, and MRO jobs. And then there's the issue of attracting talent to some of our remote locations versus the urban centers that many new graduates prefer. Technology is also impacting both white-collar and blue-collar roles. Our research shows that the future workforce will have to adjust to increasingly rapid changes in technology, requiring them to be more adaptable and flexible. Even today, 70% of executives feel that the speed at which members of their workforce move between roles and organizations has increased significantly. We call this employee velocity. And success will come to those companies that are able to successfully combine the power of their human workforce with new technologies in the office and on the shop floor. These are the 5 major drivers of turbulence in our industry: commercial demand, global uncertainty, technology disruption, new entrants and business models, and workforce transformation. And you need to consider all 5 as you chart your course to the future.